It's no use to struggle.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird don't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring.
I thought Mel found a replacement for Jess for the week.
She did, but she's a little late. There we go. One fuzzy navel.
Cola, drink bourbon.
I know, but Mel says if you drink that, you might get lucky.
Fuzzy.
Yeah.
You see this?
What?
Missing 18-year-old, second one in a week. Disappeared 2 days ago. Says here the cops found his car abandoned on Highway 94 right near the Bedford exit. That's the same place where Gacy abducted his last victim.
Who's Gacy?
John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown. Most notorious serial killer in Chicago history. Wait, you never heard of John Wayne Gacy? Where you from, Cole?
Someplace you've never heard of.
Small town, huh? Somehow I had you pegged as a big city guy.
Well, I am now. So tell me about this Gacy.
Oh, he was clever. He used to pose as a cop and cruise the highway for victims. Had a thing for teenage boys. Poor kids, they thought they were being pulled over for traffic tickets.
How many victims were there?
33. Cops found the bodies buried underneath the floorboards of Gacy's house.
What happened to him?
Well, thankfully, he was caught and sent to trial. Took the jury less than 2 hours to come back with a verdict. Guilty on all 33 counts. Earned Gacy a place in the record books, so more murder convictions than anyone in American history.
Hi. I'm sorry I'm late, but on the way here, I noticed there was a sale at Marshall Fields.
Marshall Fields?
Wait a minute. You stopped to go shopping?
On the surface, it sounds pretty flaky, but it was our once-a-year sale. So it's not like I really had a choice, you know. Are you Mel?
No, Mel's upstairs. She'll be down in a moment.
Mel. She. Got it. Totally. I'm gonna hit the little girls' room, okay?
Kay.
Okay. So why was Gacy called the killer clown?
He'd like to play the good Samaritan. Dressed up like a clown and entertain sick kids at local hospitals. Press had a field day with the photograph. Here we have public enemy number one dressed up like Bozo.
Maybe there's a connection between Gacy and these missing boys.
Well, not unless you believe in ghosts.
Why?
Got the needle 15 years ago. Death by lethal injection.
This is Siron, my home. One of 6 planets in the Mygar Federation. There was a prison break. 218 of the most violent criminals have disappeared into the city of Chicago. Finding them won't be easy. They aren't human. But luckily for Earth, neither am I.
do? Okay. You know how some bars have these, like, signature drinks? Like a shooter or a cocktail that they're known for?
I hired you to pour drinks, Laura, not to experiment.
I just figured this place is called the Watchfire, so it'd be totally cool if we had a drink called the Watchfire. Get it? Watchfire? My bad. It won't happen again.
Listen, I want you to focus on the basics of bartending. Opening, pouring, stirring, blending. Wait, no blending. No, I don't think blending is such a good idea.
I can handle it, Mel. I got a degree in mixology from Northwestern.
Northwestern?
Northwestern School of Bartending and Small Animal Care.
Watchfire?
You miss me yet? How's Laura?
You knew about this?
The union always sends her over first.
Why?
Because she's got a degree from Northwestern?
I'm not even gonna go there.
So tell me.
Tell you what,
You know, tell me what.
no, he hasn't. And part of me is wondering if he ever will. Oh, I don't know, Mel. Maybe I got it wrong.
Maybe he hasn't changed at all.
Well, have you talked to him about it?
As a matter of fact, we're kind of in the middle of talking about it right now.
Well, tell him to quit screwing around or you're jumping on a plane and heading back to Chicago.
You want me back, don't you?
Jess, if this is a ploy to get a raise or something... Yes, I want you back, okay?
Okay, gotta go.
School of Bartending and Small Animal Care.
I was getting lonely here without you.
Yeah? Oh. Well, Jess, I don't think I can go through with it.
I thought we had an understanding.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking straight. Your beauty got the better of me.
I don't think so. Now, either you tell me we're on, or you can go home on your own.
Oh, come on, Jess.
I'm serious, Ewan.
All right, you win. But first we watch Snatch, and then we watch Sleepless in Seattle.
I don't think I heard you straight.
Sleepless in bleeding Seattle! Okay. Oi, did you hear me? I'm going home with the love of my life to watch 2 hours of that warm and cuddly, sentimentally gooey box office smasher and Sleepless in Seattle. Thank you. All right. Happy now?
I'm getting there.
Yeah?
As much as I hate to admit it, I might need your help again behind the bar.
Does that have anything to do with the alarm going off?
Yeah, Laura had a little accident. The place could have burned down. Not that you would have noticed. I really hope that's work-related. Who is she?
26-year-old female found dead in Boston last week. Cause of death was forced asphyxiation.
She was strangled?
A silk stocking. This photograph was taken in 1964. The third victim of a killer named the Boston Strangler.
Albert DeSalvo?
Right. You know of him?
Yeah, it was a really famous case. Why are you looking at all this?
Well, a teenager disappeared. The second one in this area. Jonas Carr gave me the similarities between that and the John Wayne Gacy case. So I cross-referenced recent homicide killings with those of famous serial killers. In the past 3 months, there have been a string of copycat killings, similar to each one of these.
Manson, Bundy, Son of Sam, Dahmer, all the greatest hits. You know who's doing this, don't you?
At Sartop, we had a prisoner named Sudor. He was serving a life sentence for mimicking multiple homicide offenders in the Myga solar system.
Well, if he's one of the escapees, he's probably pulling the same routine here. You gotta find him.
Yes, Mel. The problem is he's a Dessyrian.
Like Nestov.
Right.
Which means he has the ability to blend into foreign environments. I'm learning. So how do you track him?
That's not going to be easy. But I persuaded Nestor to give me an insight into the Syrian vulnerabilities. It seems when they adapt in an area, they take on that environment's odor.
So you're hoping to sniff him out like a bloodhound?
Probably not. Well, he should give me the edge that I need. I'll take anything I can against someone as ruthless as Sudor. And 10 months before his capture, he went on a killing spree. It spanned 3 planets. According to the police reports, the victim's car was found 23 yards east of the highway marker.
Well, it doesn't look like there's much in the way of clues. I mean, there's not even a cigarette butt in sight.
What would we do with a cigarette butt?
Well, I figured you could get some fingerprints from it, or do some kind of fancy saliva test.
What would I do with a saliva test?
Okay, pretend I never even brought it up. I was just trying to make a point. And obviously not a very clear one.
Okay.
So what do we do now?
We look carefully. Sudor would have copied Gacy's methods precisely and parked 10 yards behind the victim's vehicle. Well, there are always clues. Sometimes you just don't see them.
Anything?
Uh-huh.
What's that?
It's the scanner that measures rubber residue formations.
Okay, I'm just gonna nod and pretend I know what that means.
When a car is parked, its weight forces tiny rubber particles from the tires into the roadway. See?
Wow. That's impressive.
Thank you.
But how can we be sure that those are Sudor's tracks?
We can't.
Can I freshen that for you?
Yes, you can.
Rum and Coke, right?
Actually, bourbon and ginger.
Close enough. Oh, God! I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So, you're like a lawyer.
I'm like a lawyer.
Cool. My dad wanted me to go to law school, but it just really wasn't my thing.
Well, it surprises me.
Yeah. But then I saw Legally Blonde. You know, the movie with Reese Witherspoon.
Missed it.
She's this really popular girl who goes to law school and becomes this totally successful lawyer and gets engaged to this hot guy.
And?
And that's how the movie ended.
Oh, I see. I thought perhaps maybe you were going to make some sort of a point, that this film, affected your life.
Oh, yeah. I decided right then and there it would be so cool to go to law school.
Well, there you are. Have you, contacted any?
Any what?
Everything under control in here?
Totally.
Totally.
Glad to hear it. Keep up the good work, Laura.
Thanks, Mom. Oops. Sorry, my bad. I'll clean it up. Everything's still cool, okay?
Totally. The tires are Johnson P800s.
The same model came with the 1972 Impala.
Let me guess, the same car that Gacy drove.
It's consistent with Sudor's MO. He doesn't just copy these killers, he becomes them down to the last detail.
But it says here that this model's been out of production since 1982.
Could you drive on the same tires for 20 years?
Not really. If you did, they would be completely bald.
You mean they wouldn't have any hair on them?
I mean, they wouldn't have any treading on them.
So where would someone find tires that have been out of production for 20 years?
I don't know, the internet maybe? There's gotta be a vintage tire supplier who keeps old models in storage.
This invoice came from a supplier in Tennessee. The same tire was shipped to an address in Chicago.
Is there a name to go along with that address?
J.W. Gacy.
Jess, wait. Sit down, let's talk about it.
That's your problem, you, and you all talk.
Well, sorry if I'm not a born romantic, like Tom Hanks. But this is real life.
Oh, Tom Hanks. Loved him in Castaway.
Do you mind?
I even loved him in Joe versus a Volcano. But not many people saw that one.
You know, it's time for me to quit waiting around for you to make some kind of commitment.
I'm all about commitment. Yeah, well, I've got a job.
Installing car radios part-time is hardly a commitment, Ewan.
I should say not.
Would you please? All right, playing in a band.
What, once a week in Stuart's garage?
On the wing for the Richmond Reserves. Never miss a game. Taking care of Spike. That's no small responsibility.
Spike is a goldfish, Ewan. You can't even commit to a real pet like a dog. Or even a cat, and they hardly need any attention at all.
I have 9 cats. You could have one of mine. Except for Forrest. He's my favourite. Named him after Forrest Gump.
Jess, what's your point?
What part of this don't you understand, Ewan? You sent for me. I was happy in Chicago, doing my best to try and forget about how much you hurt me. And then you just decide to drop back in my life. Well, here I am, and I want to know why. You planning on filling this or not?
Well,
I'm booking my flight back to Chicago. And don't call me.
Well, looks like we missed him. Also looks like he wasn't expecting any guests. What's that smell?
No, what's this?
A clown's nose. Sick.
Suitor. Turn the computer on and plug that into the bag.
Sure. What is that thing?
It's an ocular scanner.
What does it do?
When a human dies, the last image they see is burnt into the retina. An ocular scanner is able to retrieve those images. There.
Here's our killer.
Where are you calling from?
3465 Summerdale. Can you send an
Is
officer?
there a reason for your call?
I'm a concerned neighbor.
Can I have your name, ma'am?
Actually, I'd rather not give you my name. Well, that'll get him here.
Come on, we gotta go. What are you doing?
Checking to see if there's any information here that will help us find our killer.
But the police are gonna be here soon.
It'll only take a second. I'm checking the web browser. Online data is sent to a temporary folder before it's deleted.
I didn't know you were proficient with computers.
Yeah, well, I learned about this little trick in a magazine once.
Really?
Actually, it was Cosmo, how to find out if your man is having an online affair. Here we go. The last site that Suitor visited was travelbroker.com. There's an email confirmation number here. Looks like he left the country 2 days ago. One-way plane ticket. O'Hare to Heathrow.
Where's Heathrow?
London. I can't believe this.
Believe what?
That out of hundreds of people on that flight, we were randomly selected to have our luggage gone through by customs.
I thought customs was sociological practices specific to different cultures.
They are. But at the airport, customs are something different.
What kind of different?
A royal pain in the ass kind of different. I don't have time to explain. You people really earn your money. Can I just tell you that? So, how are you today?
Bags on the counter.
God, I love that accent. It's so great.
On the counter, ma'am.
I could just hear you say that all day.
That one.
This one? Okay.
Where are you arriving from?
Chicago, Illinois.
Passport?
Please.
there a problem?
No. No problem.
But you said customs were a raw pain in the ass.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that. What I said was, and I remember clearly when I said it, I said that I couldn't wait to see the royalty of London as always. He misunderstood. He always misunderstands me.
Well, that's pretty. I like that. I've seen that in those magazines, Mel. Is that yours?
Well, that's for Jess. Well, she's getting married. Well, we hope she's getting married. He's having trouble popping the question, but we're keeping our fingers crossed. Is it really necessary for you to go through everything in such detail?
Yes. Now I'll have that one.
Well, I hope you're happy. You have no idea how close you were to a full cabinet search.
Excuse me.
What's that?
You don't want to know.
Well, it sounds interesting.
Trust me, you don't want to know.
Yes, I do, Mel.
Cole, you don't want to know.
Okay, I believe. You seem rather tense.
Let me ask you a question. Was it really necessary to tell him you were from Ceylon? Especially after all the hard work you did on that passport that clearly states you're from Chicago.
Well, he caught me off guard. Besides, it's not in my nature to lie.
Yes, sometimes you have to consider the circumstances and adjust your answers so that you don't make waves.
Is that what you do?
When I have to, yes. But I don't have as much baggage as you.
You have twice as much as I do. Oh, you were demonstrating how easy it is for you to lie.
No, I was...
Guys, over here! Oh, I can't believe you're here! I'm pleased to see you both. Cool glasses.
Thank you.
So, how's the flight?
Good.
Good. I almost fainted when you called me, Mel. In all the time I've known you, you have never taken a holiday.
Well, I thought it was a perfect time for a vacation, right, Cole?
Please. It is reminded that
Perfect time for a vacation.
other than in the permitted areas. Thank you.
Is he okay?
Yeah. So, where's Ewan?
He went to bring out the car. He'll meet us outside. So, Mel, why are you really here?
What do you mean?
It's more undercover stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. It's gotten international now.
This is a security announcement. Please keep all bags and personal belongings with you at all times.
The trackers arrived along with the woman. The girl came and picked them up. Keep an eye on them, but don't get too close. We count along to know of your presence.
I'm aware of that. Suiter's doing his job. Let me do mine.
Hi, Jules, how are you?
Hey, pull up a chair.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
You walk around in your underpants, right?
Not often.
Right, but does Mel like it?
I think so.
Yeah? What do you think of this?
You know, Ewan's really very sweet. Kind of grows on you.
I'm sure he does. That as my grandmother used to say.
So does mold.
So? Any news?
We're talking.
Sounds promising.
Depends on the time of day. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
What's going on with you and Cole?
What do you mean?
I mean, this trip, what's it really about?
I told you. He had to come over for business.
What, and you're just tagging along then?
I guess. Well, I mean, you're here. Like you said, it's been a long time since I took a vacation.
You are a lousy liar, Mel.
No, I am not. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and Cole. You've been hiding this from me for too long now.
Hiding what?
I know why you're here. I know what's going on. I think it's adorable, actually. Sneaking away for a romantic little getaway. Using my being in London as your excuse.
You'd lost it, Jess.
Oh, yeah?
I'm serious. There's nothing going on between me and Cole.
So, why are you sharing a hotel room then?
To save money. We're sleeping in different beds.
Yeah, for now.
What's the question?
Right, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome to England. Yay!
Oh, Cole. Cole.
Right, good times at that.
I don't know why you're bothering with that.
A girl needs her privacy.
Yes, but I told you could have the bed. You know I don't sleep.
I know.
No, there's no need to be embarrassed. You must have a lovely body.
What's that?
Oh, I programmed the computer to monitor Scotland Yard's database. It's flagged an entry. The London Times has received a death threat.
Someone disagree with an editorial? Dear boss, they say I've been dead near 100 years. Truth is, I've just been sleeping. Now I'm back. The streets of London will again flow with the blood that spills from my blade. Yours truly.
Jack the Ripper.
Interested?
Suitor!
What are you doing here?
Here they are.
Now leave. I have work to do.
You call this work?
Work, pleasure, life, death. It's all entwined in a lovely knot.
Hello, darling. Looking for some fun? If you ain't got a car, I could do you quickie in the alley.
Not my style.
And what might your style be then, lover boy?
Something a little more exotic.
I can do exotic, all right.
Just exploring the various opportunities.
You're interested in group rates, then?
Possibly.
So what'll it be? Time's money, you know. I'm not interested in talking if you're not interested in buying.
Mind your tongue. You'll go when I say you can go and not before. Do you understand?
Whatever you say.
All right, sweetheart?
Sort off, you smelly wanker.
I don't understand. On my planet, these killers are reviled. Here, they're celebrated.
Yeah, well, it's sick. A lot of people have a fascination with the concept of serial killers.
Oh, your planet is very strange, Mel. You have people living on the streets, children starving all over the world. Your world leaders are elected by the lies that they tell. And you have a global communication system like the internet that promotes hate and glorifies people like John Wayne Gacy and Jack the Ripper. I'm sorry, it was just my point of view.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, this guy is accountable for the murder of 5 women, all of them prostitutes. Maybe 7, possibly 13. He slits all of their throats with a knife or a scalpel and ends up a celebrity.
Access to the original coroner's report via the internet. And in each case, the killer removed an organ from the victim's body.
Hence the name Jack the Ripper. It says here that the precision of the operation suggested that he had some kind of medical training.
So the Ripper could have been a doctor.
But what I don't get is if this guy was never caught, how is Suter copying him?
No, Suter's going by the same information we have, immersing himself into every detail of the case until he's ready to strike.
What was that?
Sounded like a cat.
A cat.
Well, most of the murders were in the Whitechapel area. I'll start there. You should get some sleep.
Yeah, that should be easy. considering there's a serial killer from another planet roaming the streets. Be careful. No, Bobby, we shouldn't. Okay, but don't tell anyone. Bobby. Oh, Bobby. What?
Who's Bob?
Bob.
Bobby.
Bobby. I have no idea.
Oh.
Was I talking in my sleep?
Yes, you were.
What, exactly did I say?
Huh? No, Bobby, we shouldn't. Huh? Oh, okay, Bobby, but don't tell anyone. Oh, Bobby. Bob.
Thank you for that very dramatic reenactment. I think I'll go brush my teeth. So, when did you get back?
About 2 hours ago.
Did you find Suter?
No, but I found one of his victims.
He's killed someone already here?
A young woman. Her throat was cut and her liver was missing.
Did he leave any other clues behind?
No, that's why I came back here to check the Scotland Yard forensic reports. Unfortunately, they didn't find anything either.
Where are you going now?
Back to Whitechapel. The women that work that area should be there now. Let's see what I can find out.
Tired. I didn't get much sleep last night.
Carl keep you up, did he?
Jet lag. So what's going on with Ewan?
I don't know, I'm just scared he's not going to make the commitment.
Well, then why would he have asked you to lend it?
I don't know. He said he was lonely, he said he missed me.
So he had you fly across the Atlantic Ocean because he was lonely?
Yeah. It's kind of romantic there, isn't it?
I think Ewan has a lot of growing up to do.
Actually, he's grown up a lot since I last saw him.
Jess, you said yourself he can't even commit to what pair of underwear he's going to put on in the morning.
Well, he's sorted that one out. Doesn't wear any now.
I just want what's best for you. I think you can do better.
I don't know, Mel. I mean, Ewan's got a lot going for him.
Like what, a lot of debts? Sorry. I'm tired. I just want you to ask yourself if this is really the man that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
I know, and I have. Look, Ewan might have some faults, but I love him.
Okay. So that brings us back to why you're in London. Do you really think he's not going to propose?
I don't know. Maybe I should just ask him myself.
Maybe you should.
Or maybe I will.
Hello, you're gorgeous. Come here. Dead, innit? Say that, Kim.
Aren't you pretty fit?
Hello.
Hello to you, love. Fancy a date?
Oh, don't worry, you don't have to buy me dinner. You can just skip ahead to dessert.
Well, actually, I'm not hungry. I just have a few questions.
Great. Another would be Sherlock Holmes. You want to know about Katie?
Was she the girl that was killed last night?
Sweet kid. Terrible thing. But you don't work the streets without taking risks. You a copper? A policeman?
Oh, no. No.
One of them sick tourists out for sick thrill?
No, I just want to know if you've seen this man.
Right. It looks sort of different here, but I remember him.
You spoke to him?
And that's all we did. It was all talk, no action. Ask questions about the other girls, you know, my colleagues. Guess I wasn't his thing, which is just as well. He was bleeding creepy.
Then what happened?
But then I told him, just sod off. Do you think he was the one who killed Katie? Well, all right. If there's nothing else, push off. I don't get paid to make conversation, you know.
Hello, love.
Nice, darling.
I understand. You're a prostitute. You give sex in exchange for money.
What happened last night?
You sure you don't want to grab a bite to eat? Or me?
No. I have to go.
Well, good luck finding your bloke. Might try following his smell.
What do you mean?
He stank. Sort of like the chemical that they use to clean toilets.
This disinfectant?
Yeah. Oh, maybe he's a caretaker somewhere.
Is there a hospital nearby?
Sure. Take this street all the way down, third on the left.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Not my fault.
quick. Next week on Tracker. All the Ripper murders happened in a 2-hour window between midnight and 2 a.m. Now that he knows I'm here, he'll strike quickly. My guess is tonight. Same place as last night, the Whitechapel district.
Jess told me that her and Ewan had plans to go to a club in Whitechapel tonight. Cole, thank God. Where are you?
A few blocks east of the night box. Where are you?
I'm outside of the club.
Where's Jess?
She's inside with you, and I figured she'd be safer in there.
Get back inside and stay with her.
Jess, this could be the last night of your life if we don't leave now.
Your time on Earth is finished. Yours and your girlfriend.
You won't feel a thing.